Hey, this is Jim with Harvest Harmonics, and welcome to another episode of the Future of Farming Today. And today we're talking about lots of different stuff today. Like, let's make this kind of a grab bag type of a thing here. But today, I want to just discuss with you, first of all, local news. Hurricane here is coming through Florida, and everybody's batting down the hatches. I think the only people that um, actually are more hypey than salespeople, is weathermen during a hurricane or major weather event because, I get accused sometimes of overhyping our crop booster, overhyping Harvest Harmonics, overhyping the results that we get, but at least I'm honest. At least I'm talking about results that we have and things we've already done, things that we would expect most people to get, so at least I'm honest about what I'm saying. But some of these, some of these weather guys, it's like you think it's like Armageddon coming, right? And I don't want to belittle or minimize the true damage and the danger that a hurricane or a tornado or things like that can obviously provide or can cause. And so I don't want to minimize that, but really, you watch these weather channels and it's like, everybody's gonna die. So let's hope that the hurricane coming through is supposed to miss us here in Clearwater, but let's hope that when it does hit landfall, that it doesn't cause too much damage, it doesn't cause too much loss of life. But on the positive side, for everywhere else in the world, we're talking about agriculture, and one of the things that I'm very interested in, and one of the things I would love for you guys to send me a direct message or email me at service@harvestharmonics.com, or even you can call us at 727-324-6750, and that is pricing of new products. Because one thing that we've really realized is that when you have a new product, and this is not just our product, we have a great product that's producing amazing results, but you know one of the things that we've been hearing is that the cost of our system is high, right? And we looked at it, and when we look at the cost versus benefit, it creates such a huge benefit that, in many cases, in fact, almost all cases, it's super profitable even at a higher cost. But when people want to compare it to a fertilizer or a chemical or something like that, then yes, our crop booster is typically more expensive. So I've been asking farmers, and specifically pepper farmers, because it seems like peppers, out of all the crops we've done, and pepper seems to be one of those crops where we always just knock it out of the park. We always get 30, 40, 70, 100% increases in yield. And so we really wanted to say, okay, what if we just took care of the pepper guys, right? So we wanted to really kind of ask those guys what's really important. And what comes up is not much different than any other crops. They want good yield. They want something that's sustainable. They want something that doesn't use chemicals. They want something that is cost effective and affordable. And they want something that's easy to use. Well, our system really checks off all of those. And the only thing that's been ever been brought up to us is the cost. And so I kind of would like to find out from you guys what you would consider to be a a fair price point for a new product. Like, what would be something that you wouldn't necessarily worry too much about if you heard about it? Like, if you heard about a crop booster like ours that could increase your yield by 20 to 30% on the average, and sometimes a lot higher than that. It can reduce your water and fertilizer costs by 20 to 30%. It can reduce your pesticide usage by 30 to 50%. It can increase your overall health and quality of your fruits and vegetables. If you had something on the market that can do all of those things, how much would you be willing to spend to see this on your own farm and see that these results are obtainable? Now, the interesting thing is, most people, when we ask them in a show like this, or when we ask for their comments, or in a conversation, they say, "Oh, I would pay 500. I would pay $700 an acre. If you can increase my yield by 30%, that means I'm going to make, for some berries and stuff like that, I'm going to make 5, 10, $15,000 more per acre if you can get me that kind of an increase. So if you can do that, I'm happy to pay you $1,000 an acre, right?" And we say, okay, good. Well, we have a system that does that, and it doesn't cost 1,000 an acre. In fact, it costs 250 an acre, and those it's for those crops. And they're interested, but they just don't. They're just not comfortable. So obviously, they're not willing to pay $1,000 an acre. Obviously, that comment is something they might say, but it's something that's not necessarily real, because when it comes down to it, they're not willing to pay 250 an acre, let alone 1,000, right? And so I really want to find out from you guys, especially if you guys can drop in the comments the crops that you're growing and what kind of price point you would pay for something to do a trial and to see this and see these results, right? So I would love to know. Let's say, hey, I'm a wheat grower. I would pay $50 an acre to try this product. Or hey, I'm a berry grower. I grow strawberries. I would be happy to pay $150 an acre, right? And I'm asking this question because we really want to make it fair for the farmer and really make sure that you guys are profitable. But we also want to be fair to us as well. I mean, we did spend 30 years researching this product in R&D, and we are producing stellar results. And I'm talking stellar results on crops every time we try this. So I would want to know, look, if I really do get you a 20, 30, 40% increase in yield, like I say I can, would it be worth it for you to spend 250, 300, $400 an acre? And if not, tell me what that realistic price should be. And I would, and by saying that, I would hope many of you guys watching this, whether it's here live or in the future, I would hope that many of you guys would actually take me up on the offer. And I don't care if we start with 5 acres or 10 acres or 100 acres or whatever you feel comfortable with. But I do want to do something that allows us to have a fair exchange, so we get something in return for all of our hard work, and we are going to allow us also to follow up with you and make sure you get the results that you expect. And then, of course, at the end, when we prove those results to you, we want to know how much money did you make? Not so we can charge you more money necessarily, but just so we know, hey, I helped that farmer. I helped that wheat guy make an extra 10% on his profit margin, or I helped this berry grower make 60 or 70% more than he made on his crop. So I would love to know what crops you're growing, how much you would consider paying in terms of an overall maybe trial, and also how much of a trial you'd like to do as far as number of acres, right? Because we want to make sure that we're convincing you, we're showing you everything you need to see that to know that our crop booster technology really is the future of farming. So if you're ready for the future of farming, if you're kind of sick and tired of doing things the same old way and sick and tired of getting the same old result, which is like a lot of this, a lot of ups and downs, right? And if you want a more consistent, healthy, better quality crop with a lot less headaches, then give us a call at 727-324-6750 or email us at service@harvestharmonics.com so we can help you become part of the future of farming today. Talk soon, guys.